Namaste, family. I hope everyone is having a good day. Just everyone having a high vibe. And just make sure you really just stay in tune with yourself. And before I start this video, let's just put our hands on our heart, man. Put a hand on the heart chakra. Just taking a deep breath, because what this is gonna do is it's gonna bring us directly to that 4D, man. Straight out of. We're gonna get rid of all that fear, all those lower third dimensional energies. And when I say 3D, I'm not talking like we're just these like floating beings. Like, nah, we're here physically, but as spiritual beings, we can bring these higher dimensions, these higher frequencies, and we can embody them in this physical suit. You know what I mean? So that's really just how I'm looking at it. So let's just put our hands on our heart, and this is just gonna bring us into that center still point. It's gonna just get rid of all that fear. So just, you know what I mean? Yeah. In for 4, hold it. 7 seconds, hold it. So it should be 4 seconds in, hold it for 7, and then just blow it out for like 10 maybe. So it's a Pisces thing, I think, because we're just flowing today, just like the fifth. We just going with the current of the universe, going with the current of life, and just really going with the flow, you know what I mean? I got some gems to really spill to you guys though. And I feel like I really just want to share my perspective. Our self-expression is really how we can be confident. You just really have to act as if you already are that version. Like, don't hesitate, don't second guess, because what is really currently taking place right now is a split. It's almost a split in timelines, but it's also a split in vibration. So we have the third dimensional consciousness. This is the contracted, this is the me, this is the I, this is the ego, this is the power, control, negativity, this AI, this robotic shit, type shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I can almost look at it. So don't look, because in my spiritual awakening, there are levels to this shit. There's stages, I can say. You're gonna have the dark night of soul. You're gonna almost feel like everything is falling apart. Just the rebirth, man. Those doorways start to open up through different experiences. And I just want to be genuine. I want to be authentic, and I want to be as real as possible in this video, because I know we can all resonate with something. If you do find something resonant, make sure you like and subscribe to this video, because we got more conscious content on the way. It's a whole new wave of light, man. Yes, sir. We just riding the surfboard on this wave of light. The darkness is gonna be the same time the shadow is a part of the psyche, man. That's something we gotta visit. So that's just really how I see it. What's the point of trying to be perfect when we can just be ourselves? We can really do something that is, it's all mental. The universe is all mind. It's all up here. So when you really have that negative thought, it's our free will decision to give our consent to that. If we give our consent to a low vibration, then we can let it into our field. But if we don't acknowledge it, that it's there and it's suppressed, it's just gonna stay there and remain stagnant. And this is how I like to look at the chakras, as almost an energetic map of how we can almost dissect and really just find, you know what I mean, get the awareness around what that blockage is, whether it's in your expression, whether it's in your confidence, whether it's in your creativity, your sexuality, or if you don't feel grounded, if you feel unstable, you know what I mean? All these things just come hand in hand. Just like this morning, this rising, I went outside and I just sat in the grass, took my shoes off, socks off, feet in the grass. Get your ass in the grass, you know what I mean? Because what this does, just like I'm wearing this red, I want to send that grounding, that reassuring energy, that Mars type of energy, you know what I mean? Like, all of us are here for something. You have a gift, man. Like, do not let this matrix and this false freaking system, this programming bullshit in the sub. If you know, you know. Don't let it really define you. Let your soul really speak for itself. Let your light shine through the darkness, because it's in the darkness we find the beauty in the struggle. It's like there's always gonna be that give and go, that duality. But when we transcend the duality, when we transcend the ego, we see it's really all just isness. It's really all just being. Where we can be an alchemist, man, because, hey, step into your alchemy powers. We can take some negative thing. We can take someone's BS they throw at us, and we can flip it, man. We can flip it into something positive. We can make it work for ourselves. Just like an example, man, there's people who try to test your boundaries, and chosen ones, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. People are gonna try to hate. People are gonna not like you just because, man. They're not gonna like you because your light is too bright. They're gonna try to get in your head. This little narcissistic energy, man, that is moving through. All this stuff that's purging as the veil is freaking being pulled apart. We're gonna see through this bullshit. We're gonna see through just everything. And when we see, we're the silent watcher. We're really just aware of these layers. I like to call them the layers. I mean, is the energy, the spiritual aspect, the emotional aspect, the mental, and the physical, to see everything as it has an equilibrium to it, you know what I mean? Just like mind, body, soul, everything is one. It all works in harmony. It's like a domino effect, you know what I mean? Just like the chakras, everything is interconnected, eh? So just look at it like that. That domino effect, if one thing is out of balance, it can trickle onto the rest. But if one, it's just like the root chakra, you know, you gotta have the lower three physical chakras imbalanced so we can get to the heart. And I like to see the heart chakra really just the portal to the rest. Because once we get into that heart space, like I said in the beginning, we took a breath into the heart. Notice you don't feel any fear. Notice you don't feel anxiety. You don't feel anxious and shit. Like, we're just in the moment. Just in the moment, chilling. Like, we're here to create and evolve every day. And I'm speaking from a standpoint, I'm an independent ass thinker. I don't like being told what to do. I like to think for myself. I'm not really with that 9 to 5 agenda shit where you just wake up, repeat, sleep, eat, pay some, repeat. And it's like, I just see this shit. I'm just seeing it right in front of my face. The problems, man. Like, the answer is inside of us. And that's what is blinding us, is that we're looking out. We have to touch it, feel it, sense it, hold it, get a pleasure from it. But it's really, everything is inside. Everything is inside. You just have to feel it. And it's not always feel it to heal it. That's not always how it is. You just acknowledge it and release that. Because my certain things that I can probably relate with you, it's those traumas, man. It's those people that did you fucking dirty. And a part of you, that lower self, is like, damn, I just want to beat their ass. But you can. You can, because you see that you're really evolving into a higher version of yourself. And I'm even talking to myself low-key. Because even a day or two ago, you know, people, these traumatic experiences, any experience that is really high in emotional intensity, and it gets like in our nervous system, it gets in just the subconscious. And once we have an awareness over it and look at it from a higher perspective, we can see, damn, that was exactly planted. Like, I needed that darkness. I needed that person to do me dirty. I needed that person to not believe in me or whatever it is. So to see like that, we are the alchemists. You can take someone's BS and flip it into your greatness. You can take some of the darkest situations in your life and make it one of the most beautiful growing opportunities. But that God is really giving me just this type of view where I'm just seeing through things, and a lot of us are experiencing this. I want to keep it real though. I want to bring you into my experience and really what my journey's been like. You know, the thing, it was kind of unique. It was kind of different. I feel like I had to almost lose it all to gain it back. I had to detach but be connected to everything. I had to lose friends. I had to lose everything I once used to almost like, and it was egoically aligned, but it wasn't authentic. It was inauthentic. So when we start to see, we come back to the heart, we come back to what is real, we come back to what's pure. Don't let these lies, don't be deceived. You gotta have that discernment. Because people will smile in your face and stab you in the back. People will get in your head, man. That's the only real battle. It's literally you versus you. So once you know yourself, no one can get in, fuck with you. No one can really get inside your field. Because remember, this is all energy. At the very core root of all this are problems, how we feel about ourselves, our insecurities, all these other things. Like, it's all energetic. It's all energetic. That's where the root is. That's where the origin is, spiritually. Because that's where the real battle is taking place. We gotta see that we have free will. You can rebuke that. You can cast that out. How do you think some of these ascended masters that once walked this planet were able to do so? Because once we turn on, once we get that third eye active, once we start becoming more identified and aligned with our multidimensional selves, we can really connect with those higher beings, with those seraphims, with those higher angelic beings to protect us, to cast out all that negativity. Just know you're not just this physical meat god waking up. There's a lot of shit going on behind the veil and behind the scenes that we can't really see. Because remember, these eyes can only pick up a certain spectrum. What is it, like 1%? 2%. So just think about it. It's like, imagine having a DMT blast, walking outside and looking around and shit. You would see all types of things. And those of you who are kind of feeling like Neo as of lately, you're probably seeing numbers. You're probably seeing those angel numbers. You're probably losing all your friends. You probably don't have a job. You probably are wanting to work for yourself. And that's like me, you know? It's like, this shit is funny. They thought we had to have all the materialistic shit to be happy. They thought we needed a bunch of friends, be center of attention, seek validation to be happy. All these things are, they're short-term pleasures. They're literally momentary, just quick, instant gratifications, quick little, oh, you like my photo? Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, they like my shoes. So cool. Make sure I'm looking good, okay? Like, that's how they really want us to feel, like we're just being something we're not, like, motherfucker. Be yourself. Like, I was telling you, like, you wonder why I feel so damn weird when we're waking up and we're just like, it's funny, it's like this mask, man. Like, the ego's here for us, don't get me wrong. Everything in our psyche, our persona, our self, the being, the I am presence, the shadow underneath it, the yin and yang to it, everything is aligned, everything is there, and it's all working symbiotically. It's like in harmony, but we just cannot get caught in the root chakra. They want you stuck in those lower 3 chakras, and those dark forces, those entities, man. They have a hold of that shit, because these are I'll share with you my flows, man. It's gonna get real up in here. It's about to get real in this bitch. Like, one of my problems, I was always, you know, that's what made me start practicing semen retention. No fam, man. If you ever heard of that shit, you already know how that be. I used to do that shit. I was releasing way too much. I used to have such a big problem with that, and you know what I mean? Like, damn, I've never been in no real relationship. God made me really walk this path differently, and just, when you feel like an old soul, when you feel like, damn, I couldn't fit in even if I tried, you start to just look at yourself differently. Like, you know, like, you're a lighthouse, man. Like, you are a pillar of light, dead ass. No matter all the things on the surface level that may try to confuse you or make you forget that, know that the devil's gonna use his freaking most powerful weapons against his. When that shit is busting, when that light's flowing, when the energy's moving, they do anything to try to shut you up and to try to zip it. No, fuck that. We all need to speak up. We all need to speak our truth. We all need to be authentic. We gotta stop bullshitting ourselves, lying to ourselves, lying to everyone around us, not being real. It's like, we rather just lie and just go with it, just so you don't cause anything, so it's not uncomfortable or it's too hard. Like, these are just all the labels. Don't you see what we label is how we experience it? You are the author, man. You are the co-creator of your own damn human experience. You're a spiritual being having this human experience. I've had all the talks, man. I've had people say I'm crazy. I've had people say you're fucking insane. Do you need to go to the asylum or something? Like, no, I don't think that's a compliment nowadays. So if they really say you're crazy, man, just let those people talk, because this split shit, like I said, is very real. We got the old earth, we got the new earth, we got the middle 4D, heart, you see, holy shit, connection, light bulb, connection. So you see, once we get more in our heart space, holy shit, I think I just really put something together. Epiphany moment, baby. Holy shit. The lower 3 chakras, just how they all work, man. Like, the rainbow, the colors. You are a rainbow. Like, everything. What can I say? Because something really just hit. It's like, I gotta get this out. I'm just trying to piece it in the right way. Just like the old earth, just like this dimensional split, these timelines, man. Like, it's bigger than what we think, man. And I can't even put it in like human language. Like, this is it. You can, man. It's bigger. Like, we're a piece of rice in this bitch. That's what DMT showed me. That's what mushrooms showed me. It's that there's a whole spiritual realm that's invisible, but we can tap into it. We can get in tune with it. We can attune and get our frequency in the right resonance with that. So when we get in our heart, notice how, just like I said, the lower 3 chakras, the more physical 3D. This is something I connected. Notice this. You got the root chakra, you got the sacral chakra, you got the red, orange, and yellow. Notice that yellow one, third chakra, third dimension. We can only see the sun, right? And that is the chakra that's the sun chakra, baby. Yellow. It's like subliminally the answers are in front of us. We just have to be willing to listen to our intuition, to listen to that higher mind and that higher voice, and connect the dots. There's no really rush to this. There's no rush. Create and evolve every day. If we can just be adding value consistently, you're doing your job. If you're adding value to people, you're doing your job. You're doing your light work. You're doing your mission. Don't listen to what the crowd's saying. Don't listen to what these narcissistic little parasitic energies are trying to say to you, because I'm sorry, but this is how it is for real. Like, once you really just look at things different, you want to better yourself, you want to be successful, you want to be your better version, people are not going to fuck with you. People are going to be like, they just get upset, like, for no reason. Like, I can just be around, like, hey, this is just coming from the heart. This is just genuine shit. They don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, really just be aware and just focus on your own growth at this point. Focus on your shadow work. Focus on your integration. Staying emotionally aligned and just observing of what's going on, man. Don't suck it in. Don't take it in. See the beauty in the struggle. See the light in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the experience. I don't care if you want to judge me. Go ahead. If you want to say shit, go ahead. Because I know myself. I know who I am. Once you know yourself, people's opinions are irrelevant. You gotta rise above that. You gotta be greater than what the fuck people say about you. You gotta be greater than what people try to put on you. When people project their own inner shit, like, this is how I'm seeing it. We're all mirrors of each other, right? We are nothing but mirrors of consciousness, man. Like us just talking to each other right now. And that's how I see it. And it makes perfectly sense. Notice someone who's maybe not as in tune or spiritually aware at this point. And it's not like we show love to them. Of course, because we're all one. I don't do that shit, man. I had a spiritual ego in the beginning. Now I keep it in check. I see you in me. We gotta see ourselves in each other. We gotta really put that surplus energy out to the collective to reap those blessings. I'm telling you, it's not what the fuck they told you, man. It's a fucking lie. You been lied to, man. Flat fucking out. Money's not the first form of currency. You're not broke. Look, I don't have a job right now, and I feel fucking amazing. I feel the richness. I feel the wealth, man. I feel the abundance. You should too. Because on some real shit, what this does, man, what this system tries to do in these old, like, lower paradigms of, like, just freaking negativity, power control, you already know what I mean. Because once we get into that heart, once we get into that 5D type of vibe, man, it's unity, it's unconditional love, it's service to each other. It's not so thinking about me. Like, I need this right now. Like, it's really just not about us anymore. And it's like, it is, but it isn't at the same time, you know? That's how I'm really here to live my life. I'm here to just add value. I'm here to just express. We gotta see that our self-expression is the key. You gotta have a voice, man. And nowadays in this world, like, they're suppressing so much shit. They're making it so just quiet, man. Like, fuck that. Because I really want to inspire other people with my journey. Because I believe what I'm experiencing, the things I'm overcoming, and maybe the things you're overcoming right now, it's like what we're doing now could be another person's freaking guide, man. We're just messengers for the message, man. I'm just a messenger. So don't hide yourself anymore. Don't shrink yourself. Be aware of that false subconscious programming. Go in the unconscious mind. Look under the rug. See the shadow. And really see, what the fuck is it I'm afraid of? What is making me sit here in the same freaking place and just doing the same shit? It's like, we gotta be real. We gotta be accountable. We gotta be raw, man. It's not all lovey-dovey in this spiritual awakening shit, like love and light, baby, unicorns, rainbows. No, it is not like that. You're gonna feel this shit. Because you gotta go all the way almost to, I don't want to call it hell, but it feels like that sometimes. It's like you gotta go march your way through the darkness to even get to the light. You gotta clear through all that darkest parts of yourself, man. Those freaking traumas, past experiences. Everyone's got inner demons. Everyone has it, man. I don't care if you're the most spiritual freaking guru out there. No, you got them. It's just about how you can align it and make it more harmonious, letting it work for each other, letting the yin and yang work in harmony. the masculine, the feminine, working in harmony, realizing everything is isness. It's all one. It's all working in some type of way. Just think about it. The universe couldn't just create light. The universe has created light. How could we all grow? How could we get stronger? Because I feel like it's our struggles. It's literally the worst things we've experienced in our lives that has built the most strength inside of us. And I can really say that. That's some real shit. So just don't beat yourself up over mistakes, over failures. It's literally part of being successful. It's part of being to evolve just every single day. Like really, I'm spreading tons of love without conditions because we like to love only just a certain part of ourselves. We don't want to love the so-called ugly parts. Like that's just a word, man. This is one thing we gotta really stay in tune about, is just our thoughts, our feelings, our words, what we're stimulating our mind with, what we're feeding ourselves energetically, and just think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Because just like Tesla said, man, like this is how he was connecting shit. You just gotta listen with that gut feeling. You gotta see how these energies are making you feel. So it's time to like stop looking up to these celebrity puppets, these freaking just false idols, man. Like, damn. Imagine if we only looked up to ourselves. And that's one thing I had to promise to myself. It's like, I'm gonna look up to myself like I am that version. Like I am that person. You don't have to. This is the trap, man. This is the psychological, emotional, mental, spiritual trap they try to put us in. They gave us these technologies, and that's the new world order. It is in the form of electronics, is AI. Just like it can work for us, but too much of anything is just nah. We're meant to be a part of nature. We are one with nature. We are that shit. Pick up a leaf, man. Go outside, pick up a leaf right now. You can find something in common with that. Look at the veins in it. Look how it looks, man. Hold it next to your hand. What's the difference? Whoever created, I'm not gonna say extraterrestrials, like higher beings, you wanna call it, higher dimensional, interdimensional beings, the universe, humans, like how we just are here. And I've always questioned that, like, just why am I even here, you know? We're here to be of service. We're here from the heart, man, to really add value and to love each other and to see ourselves in each other. That's how I'm starting to see this, like, Earth experience really is. It's like, this is just a living library. Earth is like a super organism. We're all thinking, what's funny is we think it's ego, like it's just me. It's all about me, narcissistic shit. But it's not always like that. It's like, just really looking from a higher perspective, like, damn, it is not worth it to beat yourself up, to compare yourself, to try to look so perfect, to try to compare yourself and to want to be someone else that you're not. Like, you are you. You gotta accept yourself for who you are. You gotta accept your flaws. You gotta accept the past. You gotta accept that trauma. You gotta accept that fucked up shit that happened to you. That shit that happened to you that made you shrink, that made you just feel like it's over. Because I really know what that's like. You know how many people try to get in my head? It's like, it's really when you really want to step up, people start just, they don't even understand you no more. They don't even see you the same. But always value yourself, man. It's, the universe is going to test you. God is going to test you, and God is within you. That is important for us to know. It's not something outside of us, like, oh my gosh, something is just going to come down from the sky and just save us all. Like, no. You are the spaceship. You are that Merkabah field. That toroidal field, that energy field, that is you. Left and right, masculine and feminine. It's just like, know thyself. And even how I'm saying this stuff right now is that it's just from being in isolation, from being just with myself. And I'm not saying this was always fun. I didn't even choose this, man. But in a way, we did. We signed up for this. We signed up for this, to come down here, to do this, to spread this truth, man, to really step into our best versions. It's not gonna all feel good. It's not gonna always feel good, because that's part of growth. You need friction for growth, right? Pain is literally a sign of progress. And hold on, let me grab this real quick, because this is gonna really enlighten your perspective. This really, it changed my viewpoint on just suffering in general. There's two sides of suffering. Honestly, man, hold up. So this is what it says for, like, I had to write this down, you know what I mean? It says suffering is always the effect of wrong thought in some direction. It's an indication that the individual is out of harmony with himself, with his law of his being. But listen to this. This is the positive side of suffering. And think about this when you work out next. When you work out, when you get in really, and I put this in front of my wall. I'm looking at this when I'm getting it in because it all makes sense. So it says, the sole and supreme use of suffering is to purify, to burn out all that is useless and impure. Suffering ceases for him who is pure. Let me say that again. The sole and supreme use of suffering is to purify, to burn out all that is useless and impure. Suffering ceases for him who is pure. Now that really hits different because a lot of times when we work out, we think, oh my gosh, this weakness, this pain, it fucking hurts. I don't like this shit. I don't want to do this much longer, you know. Kind of want to sip, kind of want to drink this water. Like, hold on a second. Because the moment we shift our focus, the moment we switch that mental, just what we're focusing on, it's really all about just what we're giving our attention to and the intensity of that attention, the magnitude of just how deeply we can ground ourselves into that now moment, not the past future tense, because that's how they really want us. That's what they want us to do. That's why we need to ground ourselves. Once you ground yourselves, you can just work your way up the ladder, man. Work your way up the energetic ladder of your meridians, your chakras, you know. But it's really just, it enlightened my perspective, man. Look, like, power or not, this really is, this changed my viewpoint just on suffering. Because think about it, when you work out, notice that light feeling you get. This is all just feelings, man. We're not chasing material. I'm speaking for me. I'm not chasing to be the center of attention. I don't care about that clout shit. I don't care about how many likes and followers that I get. I care about being authentic and being genuine and targeting the right people that need to hear this message or not. But to see suffering as it's gonna burn out all that is useless and impure, like, that is so enlightening for real. Because it really is like exorcism. Like, we're exercising the demons out. That's why if you don't move around too long and you stay stagnant, you don't master this fucking machine, this vessel, this freaking kingdom of heaven that we all are inside. That's when that shit starts to build up. It's like in the mind, you know, the mind's like a fertile garden. Every thought is like a seed we're planting in. And depending how much energy we give to that seed, and metaphorically, we can see the energy as just attention or just identifying. When you identify with that thought that isn't really you, notice how it just starts getting more intense. It gets even louder and louder. But when you shift your focus and you just see yourself as a silent watcher, observe your thoughts, you have to sit alone with yourself, man. You have to get off these fucking phones. You have to get off this technology for a little bit and really just sit with yourself. Like, it's okay to use it. Use in moderation. We need organization for, like, we're not getting the right facts really spoken out here. So, you know, I'm really just taking my power back. Do it with me, man. For real, because everyone is here for a reason. You would not be standing here right now breathing. You would not be standing right here watching this video if you were not here for a reason. You got a gift. You have a natural skill set. You have a natural service or value to add to the collective in your DNA, in your cosmic blueprint. The more we meditate, the more we get back to our just realizing, man, knowing ourselves, going towards the truth. Just have that discernment, man. Follow the more expansive things. And I'm not saying it's always gonna be like that. It's part of the process. You're gonna hit, it's like the Fibonacci. You're gonna walk through dark parts, you're gonna walk through light parts. But it's all about how you respond to it. It's all about how you respond to your environment, your situation. Don't be the one who this is what happened to me for real, as an empath, as a sensitive being, but not sensitive in like I'm fucking weak. Like, no, it's a lot of strength in that shit when you can just pick up on energies, when you can walk in a room and sense how people feel, when you can sense what's wrong with them or what is diseasing them or their ailment. So it's not about who's cool. It's not about trying to be something or not. It's like it's funny, like, we give so much attention, like negativity is like trending, like negative shit, that's cool to us. We love it so much. We love, oh, someone's fighting, let me just pull my phone, let me start recording it. It's like we're not even fucking thinking, we're really just walking around, not seeing how powerful we really are. And like, I don't want to say too much, but damn, just know you really got the universe inside of you. Get it? Universe, that is you. Like, we are that. So next time, just remember, suffering, that's gonna burn out. There's two sides to it. Remember, there's either the wrong form of thought, thoughts are in the wrong direction, because you can't control your mind. You can't control your thoughts as much as you think, oh my gosh, it's so hard. You can. Think about who is the one who is aware of the thoughts, who's the silent watcher behind them. This is all just consciousness, man. For real. So just, take a deep breath and just enjoy this moment. Enjoy this timeless now, because that's really all this ever will be. Seriously, like, health is wealth. As long as we are creating something new, as long as we're creating momentum every single rising, and showing gratitude, it's gonna get you in the right position. You just gotta be willing to almost get yourself in the fire, man. I'm serious. This, like, we think there's another way, like a shortcut to this shit. Like, what you put into life is what life's gonna get back to you. You try to find the easy way. You try to cheat, try to take a little freaking, I don't even know how to explain it. You try to go somewhere and you're not trying to be willing to go the distance, and it's like the answers are in the opposite of shit we really want to do. So when we do what sucks, when we train our minds and get that mental toughness of just really being in control, I'm talking full conscious control, like where you're the energy. But damn, it's like, this shit is real. Like, I'm grateful for what I've went through. And you can look at it like that. Let's stop saying like we're victims. Like, oh my gosh, this shit is hard. Like, because people will try to insert BS in your subconscious. It's like, it's our job to really manage our energy. It's our job to manage our emotions. It's our job to manage our mind, to manage our physical vessels, to keep it in shape and get the energy moving. So let's avoid being stagnant. Let's avoid being indecisive and just say, fuck it. Let's face every fear on the list. I'm telling you, like, get a piece of paper, get a pen, start writing everything down, and just go one by one. Like, seriously, face it all. These fears, fuck that shit. That's literally how they're controlling all of us. That's how they're literally using us, deceiving us, thinking that we're just some little puny fucking, we can't think for ourselves, like we're powerless. Like, oh my gosh, daddy government, like, please help me. Like, I need you so bad. Like we don't need him. You might need him. Other people might think it. But once you know the truth, once you see what is real, once you see that we're one with nature, that we are meant to really just live life on our own terms, everything starts internal before it manifests external. Everything starts in the spiritual realm before it manifests in the physical realm. So when we can just keep that still point focus, don't overload your mind, because all this, the AI, the things that are moving out, let's just, for example, TV, social media, all these other things, like, notice how much stimulation is being sent at you so much consistently. It's like you're not even ready for it. You know what I mean? Just like an example, when the ads come on, that ad hits you, like, I've done it, this shit's happened, I was meditating, and then boom, all of a sudden you get some weird little like Pop-Tart ad or some like Kroger ad, like some weird shit. You just like, nah, get it away. We have to work on self-sufficiency. That's the target to the collective. That's what I'm trying to speak and just put you on the game, man. Focus on your health. Focus on your spiritual vitality. I'm telling you, we're not just these. It's not all this like surface pleasure. Like, oh yeah, come here, baby. Oh yeah, let's get lit. Let's get turned. Like, it's bigger than this shit. It's bigger than me. This purpose I'm doing, it's bigger than myself. So that's why I have to really put that to the side. I can embrace humility. I can embrace people's hate, because I know what to do with it. I know how to take your negative shit and flip it for my success. Notice it, like, how are we getting stronger? How are we able to keep going? Like, it's just like, you think like, damn, you crazy, you son of a bitch. Like, how are you able to keep going when no one is with you? And it's just like, you start to see, like, we're not just these human beings. Like, we're really, whatever you think you are, that's what you are. If you think you're a freaking superhero, you can be one. If you think you're a freaking legend, if you think you're unstoppable, and if you repeat that enough times and you instill it in your subconscious, just basically see it. And I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but it's up to you how bad you really want it, how bad you want to be in conscious control, in flow, in connection with the universe, and let the universe do its magic, man. Because all we gotta do is control our mind. The universe got our backs. We just have to be ourselves. So don't get caught in this motherfucking trap, because this is really how I'm seeing it. There's value, there's wealth in my knowledge, there's wealth in knowledge. There's abundance in nature. There's abundance all around us. There's abundance in the shit I'm saying right now. So this is what they want you to do when you have, and I'm speaking from my current perspective, because I fuck that. Like, as much as I don't like working for other people, I'm gonna stand with it and watch, man. Like, I swear, you can really do the impossible. You just have to believe that shit. You have to see the invincible, man. You have to keep going when no one is in your corner, because that's what's gonna really build that resilience inside. And once you're able to keep going, once you can look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I fucked up. Look, I don't mean this shit. I know my past happened. People made fun of me. People said shit about me. People didn't like me. People try to look on the outside and pinpoint me and get under my skin and click the buttons. But once you really start to see it for how it is, it's all just the truth. It's all between just the truth and the lies. What is organic and what is inorganic? What is natural and what is artificial? It's like, just connect these dots and really start to see that the natural laws, the laws of God, the laws of the universe, of creation, is what we need to be following by. Not only for just our evolution, but for the betterment of this planet, for literally Mother Earth, man. Like, we gotta show respect to God. We gotta really see our connection with all the animals, man. Like, this is why I love animals so much, because everything is a teaching. And that's facts. Everything is a teaching. From your enemies, from people you don't like, from people that have done you wrong, from animals, from things that you thought affected you. Like, it's just crazy how there's two sides to everything. There's always that set of opposites. So just like you can, like, everything starts in the mind, basically. So how I can say it is your thoughts. Like, we can really diagnose ourselves. And I did this to myself, so how do you think I can tell you? Everything I'm saying right now is not bullshit. It comes from suffering, and it comes from experience, and it comes from just plugging it in, just really showing up, man. Show up for yourself, man. Show up for your vision. It's not about what other people say nowadays, because this is the fucking trap. And I know this shit because I can sense it spiritually. It's like, we get on these phones. This is where technology is really bitching us. Like, you're getting bitched by your phone, man. You're getting bitched by these freaking apps. Take your power back. It's not about what other people think. I think social media is a cool thing. It's a good platform to use like this, get these messages around. But we gotta consciously use them. And we gotta use them to our advantage, and not use them to dumb shit down, to make shit even more just chaotic. So to see yourself as the version you seek to become, and act as if you already are that. I'm telling you, watch what happens. I was not this person a year or two ago, 3 years ago. Hell no. And I'll show that to you. We're evolving every day. We're either going up or we're going down every day. And it's up to us to really say, hold on a second, I fucked up, or just be accountable. It's just being honest. It's really just looking at the shit that we don't want to look at. And once we look at it, underneath all that shit, underneath that rock mind where you're freaking, like, seriously, look at working out as, like, that's you getting the freaking pickaxe and you're just hammering through the bullshit until there's finally not enough. But I'm not saying it's enough, because, hey, it really is an infinite race. There is no finish line. But that doesn't mean to rush. It just means basically we're limitless. We can keep self-discovering. We can keep evolving. We can keep expanding. We can keep going. It's just getting in the flow, getting in the rhythm, and executing and being yourself. I'm telling you, like, I had so many problems just being myself and really just speaking up, all because I cared about what other people think. That shit is programming. That is a big ass lie. I'm serious. Like, we all gotta stay conscious of that. Do not put someone else first before your own self, before your own freaking soul, man. Come on. We choose short-term pleasures over long-term greatness. And no one's perfect. I'm not perfect. I have my own flaws. I have my own inner things that I'm working on too. But I have the courage and I have the character to really stand behind this and really speak some real shit. Because this is what we need nowadays. It's like everything is just trying to put the opposite of the truth. The truth is God, man. The truth is the universe. That is the source. The truth. That is the key. So just don't be too hard on yourself. I'm telling you, like, forgive yourself right now after you watch this video. I really want you to put your hand on your heart and just say, you know what? I see where I need to work. I see what I need to do. I'm gonna stop overthinking and overanalyzing and making myself feel like I'm going insane or some shit. You gotta slow down those thoughts and just take a breath and just get in the beam. Sometimes you just gotta drop out of your head and into your heart. That's gonna get rid of that ego, like that false perception of, it's just like, okay, oh my God, I need to fix my hair a little bit, maybe fix my, gosh, am I okay? Like, just things like that. You're always okay. You already whole. I don't have a job. I don't have a car. I don't have a license even right now. I'm literally loving myself more than I ever had in my life, and more than people with this shit. It's like the people with the material shit, they have it all. They're still fucking depressed. They're still seeking for something outside of themselves. Like, you gotta touch it and shit. Like, it's really inside of you. It's inside of you. Don't forget that abundance, that prosperity, that wealth, man. You're able to, it's all the frequency. This is all the frequency. And I'm telling you, this is the biggest realization I've come across. And I've gotta say this shit. Success is a state of consciousness. Everything is a state of consciousness. Depression, anxiety, fear, it's all just levels of vibration. Different emotions, energy and motion are just different frequencies moving through you. Just like when you feel that love, you feel it moving through. It's more than, I just like to say there's layers to this shit. You got the freaking energetic aspect, you got the mental, you got the emotional. So just get in the houses of these every day. Just open the door to each one every day and micromanage, make some adjustments. Little iffy, you know what I mean? Do what you gotta do. Don't be hard on yourself. And just keep showing up, man. Keep doing your thing. Cause it's all about just, you know, I'm trying to bring more masculinity back into the world. Real men shit, real man shit. And I feel like you gotta earn to really take your masculinity back. You have to get in the pain. You have to get in the suffering and take that warrior mode back. Sometimes you just gotta ball your fist up and be like, motherfucker, I'm done with this shit. I'm done living this life. I'm done doing what everyone else just wants me to do. Thinking about myself, how they looked at me, not even me choosing it, how I want to see myself. You have that decision. Take your power back and do your thing. Seriously, I'm just like, damn, like, we're so distracted. We're so distracted from this technology. We're hella distracted from just all the egoic status, material shit, like, yeah, like shit like that. Like, that shit's irrelevant. Like, bro, get out of here. Like, come on. We gotta see what matters. So just focus on what matters. Focus on evolving yourself, healing yourself, sitting with your own thing. And yeah, like and subscribe if this resonates with you, though. I really do care about everyone. That's why this video is this long, because this is straight, this passion. This is straight, just from the heart. I care. I don't even need to know you personally, but I know that we're all connected. I know we're all one. There is a collective mind. Just as we're individual, there is a collective mind, though. So we can take effect and we can shift the vibration. We can raise the vibration of the planet just by really being ourselves, just by having an open heart. You gotta see, listen, man, he or she, anyone who is watching this, I've been traumatized too. I've been fucked up. And I've overcome some serious shit. I'm sure you have too. You gotta remember how badass you are. You gotta remember that warrior that is sitting inside of you. It's, what people say is irrelevant. They don't really know this new you. This more evolved, this more intelligent, more just empathetic and all that, man. Like, you are glowing for you. You are, man. I can see the light in you. I can see both sides in you. The ugly, the good, the bad, but what is ugly? That's just a label. So remember, your self-talk, your visualization, how you see yourself is the most important thing in this world. Don't ever forget it. Take your power back. Do not be deceived. Just show love, man. Let's take a moment, just some gratitude, really just grateful for this day, man. Grateful just to create another day. We take a lot of shit for granted, and this is, life had to show me this to really, truly see the meaning of gratitude. And that means getting everything taken away from me, but when the universe takes away something from you and you feel like, oh, I have nothing, this is horrible, it's gonna be replaced with something much bigger. Things, something money couldn't even buy, probably. You know what I'm saying? That spiritual connection, that source connection, that unconditional love connection doesn't cost anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. So if you really are at the end of this video, you're a real ass person, man. I really appreciate you. Yes. I hope we could all learn something in this video. I hope I can really just be out of value. So just remember, man, you're here for something. You're bigger than your depression. You're bigger than your problems. You're bigger than your addictions. You're bigger than all that. You are all this, man. You are everything. Nature, the darkness, the light. It's all beautiful, man. It's harmony. It's all just moving together. So just remember that unconditional love inside of you. That's really, truly what you are. It's truth and light. You may feel the pain. It's part of this human experience. Suffering, part of this human experience. We can find ourselves in the pain, though. We can find ourselves in the suffering. It's all about just what you give your attention to, what you feed your mind, and what you ultimately just perceive yourself as. Just remember, I see the God within you. I see the goddess within you. Remember to take your power back. Remember to create and evolve every single day. Be the change you want to see. Be the hero to your own story. So yeah, much love to everyone. I hope you watch this whole video. You're a real one. Much love to you, man. I appreciate you so much. So yeah, like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. It's getting conscious in here and it's getting real. So let's just keep getting better every day. A little progress a day creates magic. Affirm it, visualize it, feel it, be it. You already know, man. Much love.